Hello, my name is Jane Walker. I'm the CEO and founder of Purple Community Fund and Upskills Plus Foundation. This is a short video on the typhoon and fire relief. When the typhoon struck in July, floodwaters rose quickly. Families left everything behind and crowded into the community halls. Fear and uncertainty definitely filled the air, but because of your generosity, help was already on the way. Your support meant immediate action. Families who'd lost their homes received cooked meals, safe drinking water, and bedding to rest on. In their darkest moment, you gave dignity and comfort. Our social workers, volunteers and maintenance team went house to house to assess the damage, and at the same time fundraising began for building supplies. Because of you, hope was already built. We provided bedding, towels, and the army delivered food, packs, tarpaulins and boots, and in partnership with MDF Medicines du Monde provided mosquito nets, pillows, hygiene kits and water jugs reached the families. Just days after the floods, tragedy struck again. In August, a massive fire left 917 families, that's 4,700 individuals, without any belongings or a home. What little they had left was gone. But because you gave, there were meals, hot water and hygiene kits. Survivors who thought they were forgotten were reminded that compassion had not abandoned them. A week later, after the fire, families were forced back to the fire site. The ground was still littered with debris. The local government provided some money towards their building costs, but not sufficient for them to complete their building, and so families turned to us for support. To bring dignity and relief, we held market days. Families can choose pre-loved clothing, toys and essentials. Parents clothed their children, and little ones smiled again as they found new toys in their hands. A special thanks to the AY Foundation and an anonymous donor who donated 2,000 GI sheets and tarpaulins. Families used cocoa lumber to frame their homes and secured shelter at last. We listened closely to families. Many said they needed cement for floors and others needed safe stoves to cook their meals. Your support made it possible to respond to their real needs. Eagle Cement donated 1,200 sacks of 40 kilo cement. With your help, families received funds to buy sand and gravel, and slowly they laid the foundations of safety and strength. Families told us they only had 2 or 3 sets of clothing and struggled to wash them. You answered their call again with clothing and shoes, restoring dignity in a simple way. Special thanks to Rhymes because we delivered Super Callan gas stoves with food packs. For many, this was the first safe cooking equipment since the fire, restoring warmth, safety and a normal life. As relief work neared its close, our team repaired 90 typhoon-damaged homes. Seniors and solo parents who could not build alone were supported by local men who volunteered their strength and manpower. Before our relief work had ended for the August fire, another large fire started on September the 13th. This left 2,885 families without a home or belongings, affected 11,400 people, and also our own building was burned. We lost our entire livelihood and all the finished products, as well as half of our roof. We are now in the early stages of fire relief for the families, as well as preparing to repair our own building. From floods to fire, from despair to rebuilding, you are there with us every step of the way. Because of you, families ate, slept safely, and found hope again. On behalf of every child, parent and grandparent whose lives you've touched, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We know our journey is not over, but together we can keep building safer and stronger communities for tomorrow.